What is up, you guys? What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to ride an electric skateboard. These are five tips, I don't know why I put my thumb in, that you guys need to know to start riding electric skateboards. Let's get started. Number one is safety. That's why I have this helmet on, and if you guys saw a video a few days ago, this jacket also has shoulder pads, elbow pads, and a big pad on the back. So number one is safety. Always wear your helmet. And I know you guys can't see my mouth right now, but I'm talking, you guys can hear me, right? Like I just said, safety is number one priority when it comes to riding electric skateboards, because you're going really fast and accelerating really hard and braking really hard. You do not want to fall off. It is not fun. I say that from experience. Like I just said, I wear my Rock helmet. You guys don't have to wear a Rock. You can wear just like a normal BMX or skateboard helmet. I'll have a good one linked down in the description below. And this jacket is really overpriced and expensive, but I trust it. It's got Kevlar pads and the shoulders, the elbows, and then a big one on the back. I made a whole video talking about all my skate gear. That video will be linked at the end of this one. And also gloves. These are my favorite gloves from Fist Handwear. Amazing gloves, not good for winter, but whatever. So if you want to hear more about gear, there's a whole nother video for that. But number one, safety. Always wear a helmet. And yeah, you don't want to mess up that thing right there. This part is for those of you that haven't learned how to exactly skateboard yet. So I'm gonna start off with stance, then we'll take it over to the other steps that you guys will need to know. And this is tip number 2. Okay, so we're gonna start with stance. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that is whether you have your right foot forward on the board or your left foot forward on your board. Personally, I put my right foot forward, which means I'm goofy footed. And if you put your left foot forward, then you're regular footed. So how you figure that out is you take your board like this, you'll set it up like this on the road. The reason I'm not demonstrating this is because my board, how the weight is and everything, and the wheels and the deck shape and everything, my board doesn't stand up like this. Oh, actually it does. This is the second time I'm filming this video because the other day it was really windy and my board would not stand up. So you're gonna put your board on the ground like that, and then you're going to go at it and jump over it, and I'll demonstrate that in just 1 second. I know you guys are like, what? Jump over the board? You'll see what I'm talking about in just 1 second. So like I just said, you're gonna set your board up like that, and then you're gonna jump over it, and whichever foot hits the ground first is going to be what foot you have forward. So like I already said, I'm goofy footed, so my right foot should hit the ground first. And sure enough, it does. So if your left foot hits the ground first, then you're regular footed. If your right foot hits the ground first, then you're goofy footed, like me. Okay, so right now we're still in step 2, or tip 2, whichever one you want to call it. We're gonna talk about foot braking and pushing. So we're gonna start with pushing and then go on to foot braking, but pushing is the most simple and fundamental part about skateboarding. It's how you start moving if you're not using an electric skateboard. If you're just using a normal skateboard, then you have to push off. I'll teach you guys how to do that right now. So how you kick push a skateboard, you take your front foot like we just determined in the last clip and the last tip, or step of this tip, I guess you could say. You're gonna put whichever foot hit the ground first forward. For me, it's my right foot, so that's forward on the board. And then my left foot, I'm going to, just like I'm stepping basically, do that motion. And it'll push me off, but you have to put some weight, you have to put a lot of weight on it when you go down. You put your front foot forward. For me, it's my right foot. For some of you, it'll be your left foot. And then your other foot you take, and just like you're stepping, you push, bring it up and push again, and again, and you put it back on. I hope that little tutorial helps some of you guys that are still learning how to push your skateboard, and I'll leave a good video link down in the description for you guys to learn even better, because that was just a really simple one, because this video is more aimed towards those people that already know how to ride and are riding electric skateboards. So like I said earlier, now we're gonna go on to foot braking and speed wobbles. Okay, so for foot braking, I have you guys set up so you can basically see what I see. I need to straighten out my board. Come on, there it goes. Okay, so you're gonna put your foot forward, you're gonna take a few pushes. So now you're rolling and you need to stop. You take that foot, you put it back on the ground, and you just drag it. Don't push, just let it sit on the ground and drag your foot, and it'll slow you down. I'll show that to you guys from a different angle. Okay, so you're going to be moving. You take that foot, set it on the ground, and drag it behind you, or beside you, I guess, and it'll start to slow you down. It does take a bit of practice because you will probably end up falling off a few times when you do it. Just do it slow, take your time. Skateboarding can be really fun. You just have to stick with it and keep trying. That is number 2. Now time to go to number 3. Okay, you guys have now learned how to ride a skateboard, and now you are ready to start riding an electric skateboard. So, how you start this is you need to find somewhere like I have. You guys can see behind me, nice, smooth, new roads. There is a bit of like dirt and stuff on the sides and rocks and stuff, but they're very much few and far between. So find somewhere like this if you can. If there's somewhere by like where you live like this, that is like a new developing neighborhood, as you can tell. There is no houses or anything around me. That is because this is a new neighborhood that's being developed right now. They haven't started building houses yet, but if you don't have something like this, you can really do it on like the road you live on. But if that road is not like skateboard friendly, if it has rocks and stuff everywhere, if the pavement's really bad, I would suggest try to find somewhere else. Parking lots usually do really good, especially ones that don't have a lot of cars or don't have a lot of gravel and stuff, because gravel is horrible when you try to brake. You start sliding out and drifting, which has happened to me. I'm saying that from experience again. So find somewhere good, flat, and nice to ride your electric skateboard. But if you don't have that, just stay safe, wear your helmet and all your protective gear to not hurt yourself. So now let's get on to actually how you're supposed to ride an electric skateboard. What I'm going to be showing you guys next for number 4 is how to accelerate and stop and all of that kind of stuff. Okay, so I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to hear me in these next few clips because I have the camera set up on a pipe, which is basically everywhere, as you guys can see behind me, for like water and all that stuff where I'm at right now. So you guys are set up right there, and I'm gonna be all the way over here, so I hope you guys can still hear me, but I need the camera as far away from me as possible so you guys can actually see this. So when you accelerate or brake, you need to lean in the opposite direction. And what I'm saying is when you go to accelerate, so you're stopped still, like I said earlier, you should probably take a few pushes first, but I'm standing still for this for the simple fact of I don't have anyone here helping me film. The camera is just set up right there, so I don't want to get out of frame too quickly. So when you go to accelerate, you see how I'm leaning forward on my thumb wheel really slowly. I start to go. The reason you lean forward is so it doesn't throw you off the back. So if you go really quickly and you're not ready for it, it'll throw you off the board. My controller just disconnected from my skateboard from that. So, as you guys could see there, I did that on purpose, but for those of you that aren't ready for that that sudden jolt of energy to throw you off, you will probably fall off and land on the ground on your butt or on your head, which is not fun. I don't think that has happened to me yet, but it probably will. I have definitely thrown myself off many times. I've always landed on my feet, but that doesn't mean I won't end up landing on the ground, on my back, and in pain. So just be ready for the acceleration, be ready for the braking, and I'll show you guys how to compensate for the braking now. So when you're braking, you're going to want to do the exact opposite. So like I said earlier, when you're accelerating, you're going to want to lean forward. But when you're braking, you're going to want to lean backwards because the board is going to want to keep moving, which means it's going to throw you off the, no, the board's going to want to stop moving and you're going to want to keep moving. There you go, I got all my stuff mixed up. So you're gonna wanna lean backwards. This is really hard to show. I'm just gonna have to go off camera and hope I get this in frame. But I'll show you guys this as best I can. So you're moving, and you go to brake, you're gonna lean backwards. This is the position you wanna be in. I know that's really hard to show because when you're, oh no! No! I heard something hit the ground. I didn't know what it was, and it was my camera. No. Are you okay? No. I had my screen flipped out and it went straight into the dirt. Oh man. Okay. I think we're good. I'm sorry guys, I dropped you. I have you set up on that pipe on my bendy tripod, which I guess it didn't sit on there that well. Okay. You guys good? You still see me? Okay. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Okay, so hopefully you guys don't fall off again. I don't know what happened. My camera stopped filming. Okay. I need to find a better spot to put this camera, dude. It's just gonna keep falling off. Okay, let me put my controller in my pocket. See if I can get you guys set up right. Whoa! That time it wasn't falling. I just let off the screw that holds the camera. Okay. Yeah. I hope that's right. I hope I actually filmed that and it didn't turn off because I was doing something and my camera just turned off. I might have accidentally hit a button. But, like I was saying, before my camera fell off the pipe, trying to get all the dirt off my feet, fell off the pipe, is that you need to, whenever you go to stop, you need to lean back. You want to have this position right here. All your weight on your back foot, basically, so your front foot doesn't have any weight on it, but still keep your knees bent. Whenever you're riding, you really want to keep your knees bent just in case you go over any rocks or anything. You want to keep your knees bent. Basically, there's no weight on my front foot, and that will keep you from flying off the front whenever you go to stop. I'll demonstrate that one more time. Just so you can see it without the camera falling off right after. Okay, so you're going, and you want to stop, like that. So, when you're going that slow, you probably don't need to lean back as far as I did, but I'm demonstrating as if you're going really fast, because you never know how quickly you're gonna need to stop. So that was number 4. Now let's go on to the 5th and final one, number 5. That was really weird, and I'm gonna leave it in. Okay guys, I know this is a little weird. I just went from outside filming this video about skateboards to now sitting in a camper in my grandparents' backyard. And that is because I'm staying here this weekend, and when my camera fell off that pipe or whatever, my lens got loose, and whenever the lens gets taken off, it stops filming. And it had done it before I said it in the video. That was weird. My camera just turned off, and then it did it again when I hit the lens at the end of my video, and it deleted the tip number 5, and that is what we're going to be doing right now. So number 5, I know this is a little weird. I'm not exactly going to be able to show you because I don't have my skate jacket, but you guys saw in the rest of the video I had that flannel jacket on that had pads and everything in it, and if you saw, there's 2 pockets right here. But number 5 is have what you need, bring what you need when so you don't get stranded out and you're not able to get home. If that means bringing a charger for your skateboard or for your controller, then do that. For me, I really don't go too far from home, so I don't really worry about my board dying. But I do bring in my 2 pockets on this side. I'm pretty sure it's this side. It doesn't really matter. But on this side, I have a skate tool. I'll put a picture of one on screen right now. A skate tool is basically just a generic sizes that you need for a skateboard. They usually come with all electric skateboards, and if your board didn't come with one, then you can buy them on Amazon for like $6 or $7, or you can get one for like $20. That's way nicer. It's metal and collapses up smaller and just has more tools and stuff on it, but really you can just get away with one of the T-tools, which is what I showed you guys on the picture. And also in that pocket I keep a little tiny baby Allen key, and that is because for taking apart my motors and everything, or not motors, my enclosures for the motors and everything to get to the belts, because with a belt board they can snap, the belts can snap. So I keep that Allen key so I can take the belt out with that Allen. It just loosens it and takes the shroud out of the way that covers it. I'll put a picture on screen right now of what all of that looks like so you guys can better understand that. And then in my other pocket I keep a belt. Most belt-driven skateboards will come with a two spare belts, maybe one, but probably two, because most boards have two motors. You can buy boards that only have one motor, but those are way cheaper and usually don't work as well. So I keep a T-tool and a baby Allen, and then in this pocket I keep the belt. So if your board didn't come with belts, you can look on it. Come with extra belts, you can look for on the belt. If you didn't get a hub motor board, you can look and see what size and everything it is, and you can find them on Amazon for a few bucks. But so that was number 5. I know this was a little weird because I just cut to sitting at my grandparents' house, and I wanted to film this now because they have way better Wi-Fi than I do at my house, which means I can upload way faster. At my house it takes hours, here it takes minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this onto my computer, finish editing it, and it'll be hopefully up tomorrow. It's Saturday night right now. Hopefully be up on tomorrow on Sunday. Which, if it is, then you guys are watching it, and if it's not, I'm sorry. I'm trying to upload weekly right now, but a little hard to do stuff because you can't really go anywhere with the whole coronavirus thing, but, you know, whatever. Hope you guys are staying safe. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope it was informational for you guys that are still learning how to ride your electric skateboards or are looking into buying an electric skateboard. Hope it was helpful, and those of you that just watched my channel, I hope it was enjoyable for those of you. And if you're new to the channel and this is the first video that you've watched by me, I hope that you stick around and follow us, or me I guess, on all the adventures I go on and everything, and these videos, and subscribe. I really don't ask for people to subscribe very much because I'm not a big person to always push that, because if you want to subscribe you can't. If you want to subscribe you can, if you don't want to, whatever. But hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Later.